It's another science thriller, medically based thriller, which is what I like to write. This one is about an evil sociopath. Most of them have one of those guys in them, who is a scientist that has made his own bioweapon. It's a designer virus that's very, very deadly, and he wants to find a way to weaponize it. Well, the trouble with most bioweapons is that when the bomb explodes or goes off or is delivered, it will kill the virus or the bacteria. And so he figures a way to spread his virus using mosquitoes. So it's a very natural way of doing it. I love Robin Cook and Michael Crichton, medical thrillers, science-based thrillers. And I've always noticed that there was a lack of that in LDS writing, in LDS authorship, and kind of a niche that wasn't filled. So I thought, well, I'll try it. All of my books, I like to try and accomplish a few things. I set little goals for myself. They're all LDS oriented, or not really an LDS theme in them per se, but there's going to be some aspects of LDS life, of LDS culture, or even religion in there. But I want to present it in a way that feels very natural, that it's actually part of the character's life, so it doesn't come across as preachy. And so each one of my novels will have a different aspect of the gospel in it. I also want to portray different elements of science, whether it be medicine or chemistry or biology or anything of that nature. But I'm a stickler for accuracy, and so I do quite a bit of research for each of my novels, simply because I want people to understand when they read something in there that it's not fiction, that this really could happen, which kind of adds an element of creepiness to the story. I like doing that. I've got these stories in my head. When I'm reading drug journals for my continuing education requirements, several times an idea will come to my mind, like, well, that's neat because this works, but what if this happened? And there's a novel, there's an idea for a scene or whatever. And so I've just been collecting those all throughout my educational career and my career as a pharmacist. And I've told people before, it's not uncommon for me to go home with actual prescription blanks with ideas written on them and just stuff them in my pocket, and I'll go back to work and counsel patients and whatnot. But when I get home, here's all these ideas for scenes and novels and whatnot. So I write because I enjoy it, because it's fun. I'm working on a project right now to where I have another scientist or doctor who has gone to an extreme on this and has got kind of psychotic over it, maybe OCD to a psychopathic level, to where he's starting to go and talk to certain centenarians, and they don't end up living through the discussion because he is actually harvesting their blood. To what end? I can't tell you.